What's happening, YouTube? Guys, I wanted to do a quick video. The reason I'm doing this video is because I think it's only fair that if I'm going to make a video in regards to a negative experience that I had with law enforcement, it's only fair that I do a video in regards to every bit of interaction that I have with law enforcement, be it good or bad, or neutral, for that matter. So, with that said, I wanted to share an experience that I had with you guys just a few days ago. I'll kind of try to go through this as quickly as I can, and let me know what you guys think. I know I'll probably get beat up on this by pro-gunners, which I consider myself a part of that group. But without further ado, here we go. So, a few days ago, my business partner, I was at my warehouse, my business partner called me and he said, "Hey, I need you to meet me at X place in 20 minutes. I said, "That's fine. I got about 5 more minutes worth of things I need to get done here. I'm going to give our new employee some guidance, and then I'm going to take off, and I'll meet you over there in about 20 minutes. He said, "Sounds good." So that 5 minutes worth of work turned into about 10 minutes worth of work, plus I had about another 5 minutes or so of guiding my new employee on some things I needed him and wanted him to take care of before I took off. And so by that time I had 5 minutes to get 15 minutes away. So I jump in the car. I typically don't drive fast. I'll do maybe 5 miles over the speed limit on average. But I jump in the car, I turn my radar on, and I have that for times where I do choose to do a little more than 5 miles over the speed limit. But anyways, I turn my radar on, and I don't turn it up all the way, which is unlike me for whatever reason. I roll my window down, it's a nice 73-degree day out, and I turn my radio up. So I'm listening to the radio, and I jump on the interstate, and I'm beating ass down the interstate. I'm in the fast lane, and in behind my music and the wind that's coming through my window, I hear a sound coming from my radar that I've never heard before. Now, I've only had this radar for just a few months, but I heard a sound coming from the radar that I had not yet heard. So as I go to turn my radio down and look up at my radar, out of the corner of my eye, I see her. She's in the median, closest to the fast lane, and she's got me dead to rights. There is no two ways about it. I was burning ass down the interstate. Now I wasn't fucking going crazy, but I was going fast. So, needless to say, she had me dead to rights. And as I get closer to her, I see her take her radar gun down, and I see her start to get in her car. And I knew immediately she was coming after me because there wasn't anybody else in the fast lane, which was part of my mistake. Needless to say, I get over into the slow lane. She pulls out into the fast lane. I pull over to the slow lane. She gets into the middle, then in behind me into the slow lane. Hits her lights. I go ahead and start pulling over, and I get pulled over. She comes up to my passenger side window, and I got it rolled down all the way. And I just immediately started apologizing because I knew that I had fucked up, and I knew what I had done was wrong. And I told her, I said, I am very, very sorry. It was a female Indiana State police officer. And I said, I'm very sorry. I said, I know I was speeding. I said, that was absolutely uncalled for. I said, I know you hear it 1,000 times. I said, I'm running late. She said, well, where are you going? And I explained it to her and explained the situation. And she goes, okay, well, let me get your license and registration. And I said, sure. So I grabbed my license and registration, handed that to her, and went ahead and got my insurance card and went to hand that to her. She said, oh, no, I don't need your insurance card just yet. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, before you leave, I said, I just wanted to let you know I do have a firearm in the car. And I said, it's right here in my console. I pointed down towards my console. She goes, okay. I said, now, if you want to remove it, if you want to disarm me, that is completely fine. I've got no problem with that. And she looked me right in the eye and said, do you mind? Would you be okay with that? I said, not at all. I said, go right ahead. I said, I'll back off and let you get in here and get it. I said, keep in mind that it's fully loaded. It's got one in the chamber. I said, so, just be careful. I said, I know you're trained, but just please be careful. So she got in and she got it out, got it out of my console, and she said, I'll be right back. So she went back to her car, and I'm fucking beating myself to death because I'm always on my wife about not speeding, and she's gotten a couple tickets over the years, and I've got a flawless driving record to this point, no tickets, no wrecks. So I'm beating myself up, I'm just pissed at myself. How could I be so damn stupid? It's not like I was going to get, to where I was going in 5 minutes anyways. I was going to be late, and I just should have let it be what it was. And so what seems like an absolute eternity passes, when in reality, I think it was only like 5 minutes she was back there. But anyways, the officer comes back up, and I looked at her, I said, my wife's going to kill me. She goes, why is that? I said, well, I'm always on her about, not speeding and stuff. I said, because, you probably saw my record. She goes, yeah, very impressive for somebody who's been driving as long as you have. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. She goes, well, your wife shouldn't kill you. You should be okay. She said, today is your lucky day. And I kind of look at her, and I'm obviously surprised at this point, because she clocked me doing 74 into 55, so I was at 19 miles an hour. Anything in Indiana, anything 20 or above is considered reckless driving. Car can be impounded, you can be arrested and ticketed. So she goes, yeah, today's your lucky day. She goes, look, I really appreciate you telling me about the firearm. She said, and I really appreciate you letting it let me taking it back to my car with me. She said, you have no idea how much easier that makes our jobs. She said, and it's it is responsible gun owners like yourself that make my job so much easier. She said, so to show my gratitude and my thanks for you doing that, she said, I'm just going to write you a warning today. She said, so do me a favor, slow down, and have a good day. So I thanked her profusely, and I'm obviously still a bit in shock because I thought that there was absolutely no way in the world that at almost 20 miles per hour over the speed limit that I was going to get a warning. I thought for sure that day was going to be my first ticket after driving for 18 years. So anyways, that is the story, guys, and I am curious to know. I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. What your thoughts are on how I handled the situation. Just so you know, then I should have been a little more specific. I handed her along with after she got my firearm. I went ahead and I handed her my my license to carry as well. So that way she had that. So. I want to know what you guys think and how I handled that. I did not do it in hopes that I was going to get a fucking warning. That was the last thing on my mind. Honestly, I was trying to make sure the situation didn't escalate any further than what it already had. I was speeding. I was in the wrong. She was, 115 pound, state trooper, female state trooper. I'm not a massive guy by any means. I'm, 6 foot, just under 6'2", and I'm 205 pounds. So, it's just kind of one of those situations where I thought that it was the appropriate thing to do. And each one of these times are going to be a case-by-case scenario. There's no way to know that you're not going to be able to go into every situation knowing that I'm going to allow this officer to disarm me. I'm going to hand my license to carry over. She said it herself. I was not required to tell her that I had a firearm in the car. I was not required to give her my license to carry. I was not required to allow her to disarm me. She knew that. She stated that, and I knew that. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. How would you have handled it? How should I have handled it differently, in your opinion? Send me a message. Leave it down in the comments down below. Send me a video response. Whatever works best for you. Until next time, guys, take care, God bless, and be good.